What's up, YouTube? It's me again, and I'm back with another video. So today is going to be part 3 of my testimony. Yeah. So don't mind me, guys. I am recording, voice recording on my phone so that I can attach it to this video because I went back and watched some of my old videos and I noticed that the sound was going in and out. So yeah. We're just gonna hop straight into this video. Last video, we were talking about my childhood in 3rd grade to 5th grade. In this video, we're gonna be talking about how my childhood was in middle school, or how life was in middle school. And don't mind me if I'm looking down because I am looking at my notes. So yeah, I was telling y'all in my last video that I was very sad. I was very, depressed and stuff. And I was writing, the suicide notes or whatever the case may be. Now, mind y'all, I didn't even know I had depression. I didn't know what depression was until I got into 6th grade. I kid you not, I didn't even know what depression was until I got in 6th grade. I'm telling y'all. So, 6th grade, I found out I had depression. And I didn't even know what depression was at the time. But all I knew is that things started to get worse and I started to do self-harm. No one really understood me or understood why I was doing those things to myself. I became very angry. Yes, I was still sad, but the sadness turned into anger, bitterness, and resentment. So what I'm gonna do now, okay, I'm gonna get back to it, but let me tell y'all what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to read my notes to y'all and then I'm gonna break it down. So, like what I said in my notes, I was sad, I was depressed, I didn't know I had depression, I didn't even know that depression was a thing until I got into 6th grade. And the sadness wasn't even sadness no more. Like, yes, it was still sadness, but I didn't show that I was sad through sadness. I didn't show, the typical way you show you're sad is crying, stuff like that. I didn't show that I was sad through crying. I showed that I was sad through anger. So my sadness and my depression came out through anger. I was always so angry, which is why it caused me to get into a lot of fights. And I didn't know this until I was in 6th grade. And it caused me to be bitter. It caused me to have resentment towards my mom, towards my brother, towards everybody. And I had resentment to them for so long. When I say so long, I mean up until like I was 18, 19. I'm 20 now. But I had resentment against them. Like, I would always get into arguments and fights with my brother, me and my mom. Like, I would always catch an attitude with her, and that was not right of me to do, but I didn't know where that was coming from. So if you're dealing with this stuff, you can't just cut it from wherever it is. You have to cut it and dig it up from the roots. You have to find the root cause of what is going on. Because if you don't find the root cause of what's going on and why you're acting the way you're acting, you will continue to act that way. So I would notice that the smallest things would upset me or aggravate me. I would get upset and I would just snap. For example, anytime I got upset, I just spazzed out and blacked out, and I ended up punching someone and I didn't even know until they told me. Let me break it down. So yes, the smallest things will bother me. When I say the smallest things will bother me, I literally mean the smallest things would bother me. Like, you could say the slightest thing and I would get upset. I never knew why, but I just knew I was upset and I just knew I was angry. So example, let me tell y'all this example. Excuse me. It was just one girl that I was friends with in middle school, and we ended up getting into an argument or something. Something happened that day. She said something that made me upset. And at the time, I had an Android. So with my Android, I had like the plug-in headphones, and I had my headphones in my ear. I was listening to music because that's my way of coping. I love listening to music, gospel music specifically, because that is the way that I cope with things. So yeah, I'm listening to my music, y'all. Well, I got the headphones in my ear. I'm not listening to it. And she said something offensive, and we started arguing. And I got up and I just started spazzing out. Like I blacked out. I didn't see anything. And when I opened my eyes, my headphones was broken. Like one part of my headphones was in this hand and the phone, and the other part of my headphones was in this hand. So I broke my headphones. I was so upset about that. And I ended up punching someone in the midst of all of this. And I didn't even know. The reason how I found out that I punched him is because they came back to me and was like, you know, when you got upset, you punched me, and I didn't say anything because, you know, you're my friend and I know you was upset. And I was like, oh my God, I am so sorry. I did not know that I did that to you. So yeah. Hold on. Oh. Sorry, I had to make sure it was still recording. So yeah, I didn't know that I had punched the girl until she told me, and I felt so bad. And yes, I did apologize because I didn't mean to punch her. That wasn't my intentions. So next, I hated myself so much. I hated the way that I looked. I thought that I was the ugliest person in the world. My peers would always call me ugly, so eventually I started to believe that it was true. So yes, y'all, up into, well, from my younger years, from elementary school up into middle school, people would call me ugly. I'm sorry, I have a lot of gas in my stomach and I'm burping. People would call me ugly, and it would hurt my feelings so bad, y'all. And I would like cry about it sometimes, or sometimes I just wouldn't care. Eventually it got to a point where I didn't care. Before, I used to cry about it, but it got to a point where I did not care anymore, and I started believing those things that the people were saying to me. And in my head, I'm just like, you know what? Everybody calling me that, that must be true. Because don't get me wrong, if somebody keeps telling you something over and over and over again, and it's a lot of people that's telling you that, eventually you're going to start believing it. So that's what happened to me. I started believing the lies that these people and that the enemy was telling me, that I was ugly. I would look in the mirror and I would tell myself that I'm ugly. I would tell myself that I hate myself. And truth be told, y'all, that wasn't true. I did hate myself, but the ugly part, it wasn't true. Like, I thought I was the ugliest person ever. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. But I don't think that now. I know I'm T, period. Not to toot my own horn, but yeah. So, or not to be boastful or anything, but I don't care what nobody else think. I don't think I'm ugly. I know I'm not ugly, so that's all that matters. Because if you know, you know. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. So, period. So, yeah, like, I just feel like, well, I'm going to get into that after I read this last part. So, in middle school, I had this one counselor named, I'm going to name her name, named Miss Hammond, and she helped me a lot. I believe she was sent from God, y'all. And the reason I say that is because this lady was such a big help. When I say she was such a big help, she really was such a big help. Like, she made my middle school years easier. She was there for me in school-wise. I'm not talking about outside and family-wise. I'm talking about school-wise. She was there for me when nobody else was. Like, when teachers was turning their backs on me and wasn't there for me, she was there. She made sure I was okay. She made sure I was straight. One thing about her, she always made sure that I could come in her office whenever I needed to. If I was sad, if I was upset, she always had space in her office for me to come in there. And I loved that. I loved having that safe space. I loved having that safe space in her office. So I'm gonna go down the line. Since I'm already doing the middle school childhood, I'm gonna do 7th grade and 8th grade, and then that'll be the end of this. Well, I got some more stuff to say after that, but then after I do 7th, 8th grade, and I say whatever I have to say, that'll be it. So in 7th grade, it got worse. I was still dealing with suicidal thoughts. I was still self harming. I wasn't really fighting as much. I got into one fight and I got jumped. But other than that, it was no fighting. It was two girls that were bullying me physically, and I won't say their names. I will not say their names. But that made everything a lot worse. Self harm started getting worse. The self harm started getting worse. So basically, when I was in 7th grade, I ended up getting into this fight with this one girl, and her homegirl ended up jumping me. Mind you, that girl caught me off guard. It wasn't a fair fight. I don't claim that I lost because I didn't lose. If you get jumped by somebody, you ain't lose, baby. You got attacked. Period. I don't care what nobody say. And if somebody jumped you, they're a coward. Period. I don't care what nobody say. Say what you want to say. I said what I said. If you get jumped, you got jumped by a coward. They're scared of you. They were scared to confront you up front, so they jumped you and they caught you from behind. Yeah, period. That's just that on that. So yeah, that's what happened. I got jumped. She caught me from behind. She waited till I wasn't looking to grab me, and I was humiliated in front of everybody. When I say everybody, I mean everybody. Almost the whole middle school, it felt like. It probably wasn't, but it felt like it was almost the whole middle school. I was humiliated. Y'all, I felt so bad. I was crying. I was upset. Like, I was upset. People bothered me about it. People bullied me about it. But I did not care, because when I talked to my mom, she told me, like, don't care what them people got to say. Like, don't care about all of that, because at the end of the day, you ain't lose. You got jumped, and she snuck you. Like, she snuck you. She snaked me. I said snake me. She snuck me from behind. So, technically, I did not lose. I got attacked and I got jumped. So yeah, that's that. And with that being said, it was these two girls. I'm not gonna name their name. I dare not to do that. But we're gonna call them. I'm not gonna be rude. I won't be mean. So we're gonna call them. We're gonna call them deodorant and lip gloss. That's what we're gonna call them. So deodorant, me and deodorant became friends in 6th grade. Then she started hanging around these other people, and she started turning on me. And then when she became friends with lip gloss, she definitely turned on me, and her and lip gloss started bullying me physically. It was this one time deodorant came up behind me and like literally snatched my hair. And I'm telling y'all, she literally snatched my hair out of nowhere. And she pulled like my real hair. She pulled my real hair out, and I didn't know until somebody told me. But she pulled a patch in the back of my head. Y'all, when I tell y'all I was so mad, I was literally so mad, because girl, why would you do that? What did you get out of that? What did you get out of that? Like, and if you watching, I was nothing but the best for you, but what you did was stupid. I'm not even gonna lie. You look dumb. What you did was dumb, but it's no bad blood towards you. If you watching, I hope and I wish the best for you. If both of y'all watching, I wish the best for you. So yeah, that happened, and yeah, I told my mom we handled that situation. Okay, we ain't gonna get into all of that, because this is about a testimony. This is not a story time about a fight, okay, or about, you know. And I'm sorry if y'all can't hear me, because I am talking a little fast. But yeah, Those two girls bullied me, and we ended up getting that situation solved with them bullying me, and eventually they stopped. So that was my whole seventh grade experience with that fight and then them bullying me. I want to say towards the middle or towards the end of the of seventh grade, it kind of got better because it got solved. But I did have this one friend, still my friend, really not my friend, my sister, Nevaeh. Shout out to you, girl. Be watching this video. Love you, girl. But she was there for me the whole time when I was getting bullied, when I was having my suicidal thoughts, everything. That girl was there. Like, okay. So listen, in eighth grade was still bad. It wasn't as bad as sixth or seventh grade. I was happy because I was graduating that year, and I would finally get away from those people and meet new people. But I was also scared because I thought I wouldn't be in therapy, and that would make everything worse. But I was in therapy, and things were still bad. I think I became more angry, but my therapists were off. So, y'all, I was typing too fast. Basically, my therapist, they was off and on. Like, 1 minute they'll be 1 minute I will have a therapist, and the next minute I won't basically. 1 minute I'll have a therapist, and the next minute I won't. So it was flip flop with the therapist, and it was different therapists that was coming, and it was just like too much, and that made everything worse. So basically, I had a therapist in the summer, but I really did not, because the therapist I had in the summer, he was a male, but I was with him. I was taking therapy with him. I want to say for about a month, and then after that, he lost his job. So because he lost his job, I ain't have no therapist, and that made me so upset. That made me so mad, so sad. Like, I was hurt because the moment I was really progressing, it just dropped again, and that's how it was like for everything, especially like my middle school year. That's how it was, and sometimes it still feel like that, but I keep pushing through. Sometimes, like, that's how it was for me in middle school. It will be progressing, progressing, and the moment I see progression, the moment I see it getting better and better, it just dropped. And that used to be my biggest downfall sometimes. That really used to break me, because it used to be like, bro, I thought I was doing good. And I used to tell my mom, I thought I was doing good. I really did. I wasn't thinking about nothing like that. I wasn't cutting myself. I thought I was doing good. And all of a sudden, boom, something happened and ruined it. And now I'm back at square one again. That's how it was. So, yeah. And it took a lot of praying and fasting. Like, when I would go to church, people would be praying for me. My mom would be praying for me and stuff like that. Like, my mom would really be praying for me. And yeah, it took her to war in the spirit for my mental health. Listen, so I'm pretty sure I said this in my first video or in the second video. Depression does not go away. You just really learn how to deal with it. And that's just that. It don't go away. You learn how to deal with it. But I do want to encourage anybody that is getting bullied or anybody that is feeling suicidal. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I keep covering the camera because I don't want to get up all in the camera, get my face all up in the camera. So I cover the thing and look to see if it's still recording. But I do want to encourage anybody that's going through this. You're gonna be okay, and it don't seem like it right now, but trust me, you will be okay. And I hate to tell somebody that, because actually I'm not even gonna tell y'all. Yes, you are going to be okay, but I'm not gonna tell you you're gonna be okay, because a person who is going through suicidal thoughts, a person who feels alone, does not want to hear that they're gonna be okay, because in the moment you don't feel like you're gonna be okay. You don't feel okay. But what I will say is, you have somebody. You have God. He's there for you, even when it feels like he's not. when it feels like God is not there for you, or when it feels like God is not listening to you, that is when he is the most closest to you. So, and then I'm making these videos because I know it's going to help so many people. I know it's so many younger people that's going through depression, that's going through suicidal thoughts, that can use somebody help, that could use the words of somebody else to know that they are not alone. Y'all are not alone. Y'all have somebody. God loves y'all. I love y'all. I promise y'all. If I don't love y'all, if nobody else love y'all, Jesus loves y'all. I love y'all too. So I know I said I was gonna put my Instagram in the other two videos and I didn't do it, but I'm gonna put my if I remember, I will put my Instagram in this video in the description, so that if y'all need anything, if y'all need to talk to somebody, if y'all just need somebody to hear y'all out and listen to y'all, hit my DM. I promise y'all I will respond. I will, when I get the message, I will respond. I will talk to y'all, whatever it is. Don't get on me, y'all, because I might not see the message right in there, because I am a busy person, because I do work. But when I do see it, I will get back to y'all. I promise y'all. So if y'all need anybody to talk to, hit my DM. Do not be afraid. Do not be scared, because a lot of people has really lost their life because they was afraid to open up their mouth. They was afraid to say, yes, I am feeling down. Yes, I'm not okay. Or no, I'm not okay. Yes, I need help. That simple, them simple words right there, people were scared to say that, and they lost their life to suicide because of it. Let me tell y'all, come on now. Do not be afraid to open up your mouth. Even if you don't want to talk to me, find somebody that you can talk to. Don't be afraid. I can't stress this enough. Do not be afraid to open up your mouth and say something. Don't be afraid to open up your mouth and say something. I promise you, it's going to help you. It may not feel like it, because I know a lot of young people, I've heard a lot of young people say, oh, I don't tell my business. I don't like people in my business. And I don't like basically, I don't like opening up to people. Open up, because holding that stuff in is going to eat you alive. It's not going to help you. It's only going to destroy you. And I'm telling y'all this because I know it from experience. I held a lot of stuff in before I started talking to people, going to therapy, and opening up. I held a lot of stuff in, and that junk almost took me out. I promise y'all. Open up your mouth and talk to somebody. Even if you can't talk to somebody, open up your mouth and talk to God. Get in that Bible. Pray. I'm telling y'all, it's going to help y'all. Come on now. I'm telling y'all what helped me. It's going to help y'all. I'm telling y'all, I'm going to put my Instagram in the description. Don't be afraid to hit my line. Not even my line, but don't be afraid to hit my DM. I'm going to listen to y'all. And listen, I'm still going through my own stuff. I still got my own stuff going on. I'm still going through stuff here and there. But that don't mean I can't help y'all. That does not mean I can't help y'all. Because it's a lot of stuff that I did overcome, that I know how I came out of it, and I can help y'all and give y'all some tips, which is what I'm doing now. Pray. Read your Bible. Talk to somebody. I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't know this, listen to somebody who went through it. Holding that stuff in will eat you alive. I ain't even lying. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to end this video right here. If y'all have any questions, please comment your questions. Please comment. I will answer them. I do want to do a Q&A, so please drop y'all questions in the comments so I could do a Q&A. I do have a video coming for y'all soon. It's a get ready with me. So stay tuned for that. Because yes, I'm doing my testimony videos, but I'm also going to be doing other videos. But I just want to get this out the way first. So yeah, what else? Yeah, just stay tuned for my upcoming content. Keep subscribing, keep sharing my videos. I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't share any other video, share my testimony videos, because I know these videos can help somebody who is going through it. Okay? So yeah. God loves y'all. I love y'all, but He loves y'all way much more than I will ever love y'all. Yeah, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will be back with another video whenever I make another video. I'll be back with part 4. So yeah, with that being said, enjoy the rest of y'all days, and see y'all later.